Welcome to day 2. I'm still here with Joseph, and we are talking about the mistakes that new communicators make. You had one yesterday. We got a new one today. We had an entire list, so we picked out of this list what we thought would be the best for you. And the one we're going to talk about today is a lack of clarity in the core message.
Yes.
What are you even trying to say? That's what we're going to talk about. How has that impacted you in your speaking journey, finding and clarifying your core message?
I remember the first time I received feedback from someone here at this church, probably back in around 2015, 2016. And one of the points that they told me was, you need to learn how to connect the dots.
Ooh.
And connecting the dots always have an end goal in mind.
Okay.
So where are we going? Where are we headed? I could talk about a lot of things. I actually remember one of my sermons, I was preaching on Jonah. And right after my sermon, I felt like I had 3 different messages in that one entire sermon. 3 different messages. So I looked back and I said, you know what? I just have to preach on one thing. Because the moment I have 3 messages or 4 messages or 5 messages, I've already confused the audience.
That's right.
Now they're walking away thinking, what did he just say? What am I supposed to grab onto? What are the handles that I'm supposed to grab onto? What am I called to do right after this? And so it is important to have a core message so that you have an end goal in mind. That way you're able to connect the dots.
Yeah, I think if you're speaking on stages for the first time or you're really trying to perfect your craft, the thing that I always think about is if I just came off stage and you were sitting in the lobby asking every person that came out, what was I talking about? Are you going to get the same answer? Right? Are they walking away with the takeaway the same? Or are you going to get 19 different takeaways from what seemed like 19 different messages all piled into one?
Wow.
Because it's not about saying 5 things, it's about saying one thing 5 ways.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
I don't think as communicators, we think much about how much repetition the person sitting in the seats needs.
Yes.
Because number one, we come in with our own assumptions, right? And number 2, we thought about this for maybe even months. And this is the first time they're hearing it.
Yes.
So if we give them 5 different messages, we are taking a path to confusing them. But if we give them one message 5 different ways, they're walking away going, oh, I heard it best this way.
Right.
I heard it best this way.
Yes.
When you do your current preparation, how do you outline that core message?
The best way I've tried to outline the core message is by starting with the problem.
Okay.
Because I need to figure out, what are we trying to solve here? Because I could come up with a great message, but if I don't know the end in mind, what am I trying to solve in my message? Again, that's why I had 5 different messages.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know which problem I wanted to solve. And so I want to figure out the problem, what's the solution to the problem, and then identify the core message that way. And the moment I find that, now I know this is where I'm headed, this is where I'm going, and I start with the end in mind. And I ask this question, what do I want people to do right after this message?
Ooh.
That way I know I'm sticking to my core message.
Very good. What do I want them to do? What action are they taking? And then you work your way backwards.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing you do,
Yes.
right? Then you work your way backwards, and that probably helps you communicate the idea the way that you want to communicate it.
That's exactly right.
I think that's so helpful. I like what you said about the problem too. When you think about why do people give you their attention? Why are you even worth listening to? Well, it's usually because people have a problem. And when you're able to find the problem, and this is probably another point we'll talk about, but I'm going to jump into it a little bit. When you find the problem and you can shake it up like a snow globe, boom, you get their attention.
Yes.
They lean in, they want to know, because you're going to then present the solution inside of your core message.
Yes.
That helps them overcome the obstacle in the way.
That's good.
Helps them solve the problem, right? You need that to get their attention.
That's exactly right.
Man, there are so many different dynamics into speaking. But
So many.
I think, in my own opinion, after us looking over these topics, if you start with just really getting a core message and communicating around that core message,
Yes.
it's one of the most pivotal things you can do.
Most pivotal.
Other things will fall into place.
It will.
So find the problem. You just heard it right here from us today. Find the problem that you are addressing when you're communicating your message, and then take that problem and take the solution and say it 5 different ways. If you can go do that, you can go get your reps in, if you can get the practice in, if you can go connect with your audience, your ability to communicate is going to go to the next level. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you tomorrow.